Lab of Ornithology. I've worked here for the last 20 years. Um, it's a conservation and science organization, and conservation and science can't be done without engagement. They can't be done without the public, without meaningful collaborations with the world at large and with all communities. To me, it means meaningful collaborations, meaningful partnerships with people of all backgrounds, people of all regions, and with varying strengths and needs and desires. And I think for me that true engagement comes across when you have equity, when you have when you're working with people in a way in which they feel equal. They feel that their opinions, that their experiences are valued and are an important part of the research. I have mixed feelings with the word engagement because I feel like engagement is very top down. It feels like the way that we usually define it means that if I'm at an institution that's an informal science institution, for example, that it's my responsibility to get people to do something or get people to participate. And I just don't think that that's what engagement is all about. The biggest and most meaningful thing has been, in the 20 years I've been working at this, has been listen, go out, don't stay in your office and try to work remotely to get something done, and copy what has been done in projects like yours. Understand your own project like nobody else. Talk to the people who are part of your project. Understand what their definition of engagement is. When are they engaged? When are they not engaged? And co-create as much as possible. Co-create your evaluation. Co-create your measures of success. Co-create your project and adapt it, and continue adapting it as you learn more. Success and engagement is if participants, if people are taking the work as their own and disseminating it themselves. So in other words, if they've adapted the research, if they've adapted a project to their community, to their niche, so if they're working in for example, with homeless communities, or if they're working with low-income Latino communities in urban locations, and they've taken a project, or better, if they've taken research that they feel is part of them, is part of their voice is clearly heard in that project or that research, and then they adapt it to their community and they begin to disseminate it and be the voices for the project or the research, then to me, that's true engagement. To me, the biggest questions are about how do we get out of our own bubbles? How do we get out of our own, of this space that we've created that is separate from the rest of the world? How do we how do we do work that's meaningful, not just for a few, but meaningful for many? And how, how do we become less exclusive and less separate and more embedded in the communities that we want to work in?